Bonjour, madame. Comment allez-vous? Bonjour, everybody. I'm sorry this video is coming late. Like Madame Lara knows, I've been under the weather. But I promised I was going to do a short video just to talk about my experience and then the exam. I'm the lady who aced her TEF exams. Yay. Okay, before I start, I'll talk briefly about French REM. French REM is it's a beautiful online academy. I joined them, I'm not sure, I think sometime in June or July. Madam Lara, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, with the same reason as most people, we're all trying to leave our dear country. So I joined the French REM. I was introduced by a very dear friend, and I joined in June or July, I'm not sure. We're doing weekly classes daily, I think 5 or 4 times a week. It was nice, the approach was nice. Madame Lara is an excellent teacher. I remember when I started with I think numbers. To tell you, my French, I didn't know much about it. I only knew the basic French, like, oh, bonjour, comment allez-vous, things like that. I think I knew how to count 1 to 10. But when I joined, we started, I think, from ABCs. So we did the ABCs, we did pronunciation, all those accent aigu and all that. We did numbers, I think 1 to 1,000. Then we did lots of prepositions in between and stuff like that. So she took her time. She tried as much as possible to cover everything she thinks we need that will prepare us for TEF. I left because, one, I was having health issues, and then secondly, I had lots of other commitments outside, and I knew I couldn't keep up. Even if I paid the money, it will just be a waste. So I just decided to stop classes. But when I stopped, before I stopped, we had already gotten to, I had hinted her that I would like to take the TEF earlier than, the 6 months or 8 months. And she told me, I don't think, you're ready. So like I said, before I stopped, we had already gotten to practicing past questions. Sometimes she comes to class, and instead of doing any of the usual topics, we'll just do past questions, from listening to reading. She makes us read, to even writing. So we had gotten to letter writing, because of course that's the writing part in TEF is letter writing. So my approach to the exam, and okay, what made me write the exam? So when I stopped classes, I was ill, but once in a while I'll still go back to my notes. I'll still go back to some of the what do you call it, the documents and all that, just so that I don't forget. And then one day my son was having exams. My son is in primary 2, and I decided to coach him for his exams. But then I realized I wasn't even reading anything in English. I was reading his French textbook to him, and there was no translation, and I was explaining, and I was even adding and I was like, oh, if I can do this, then maybe I should attempt the TEF. I mean, there's no harm in trying. I'm not doing it to get 100%, but if I pass, fine. And if I don't pass, I'm sure I'll get extra points that I need that I'll add to my EE score. And that was it. That was just the conviction. So I registered for it. I didn't tell her. What do you call it? I continued to practice, and I went to write the exam. I wasn't expecting to pass as high as I did. I won't lie, it took me by surprise. Yeah, the speaking was good, just like I told her after the exam. The reading was okay. The writing, for the writing, my luck was one of the assignments, she, the practice questions, or write a letter telling to the editor about what do you call it, internet is good for, like, modern technology is better than old technology, or something like that. That was one of the assignments. And then it was similar to the question that came out, so I just used, I won't lie, I crammed it and I just poured it the way I did the assignment. So I just tweaked it a bit, and that was it. For the listening, like I said, it wasn't so good. I didn't understand a lot of things they were saying, but of course I was doing any mini money more and listen. Thankfully, the rest they say is history. So yes, I would like to thank. So for those of you that don't believe, please believe it is real. There was no runs. Everything was just, I guess I was just favored, and alhamdulillah, everything went well. But for the French realm, I'll highly recommend it. Yes, I know people say, oh, you do it in 6 months or 8 months, but I did it in less than 6 months. I think 4 months. Though I took a big risk, but I guess it paid off. And so please patronize her. And the sky, they say, is not your limit.